another company called Rejuvenate Bio. They're doing the same things, and they're smart. They did it in dogs first because people love dogs, and they can also collect a lot of data that then they can then apply to clinical trials.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people cloning their dogs now.
Yeah, there's people that are cloning their dogs. They can do it even easier now with this.
Yeah, I didn't bring Marshall to the studio.
We did clone one person's dog.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I love him too much. I couldn't do it. I would feel so weird around this fake Marshall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah. And that's how people feel about it. Some people...
Dogs are unique little creatures. They have their own little personalities.
I know. I've got 2, and they're amazing. And, my wife is closer to 1. And so I did just full disclosure. We did do a blood sample on that one. Just because I just don't know what the meltdown could look like. But the other one we haven't. And so, because you're right, that you have environmental factors, you have personalities, we don't understand all of that.
Right.
But I won't say who it is, but someone that's very well known in the world. When I was showing him some of our direwolf and red wolf tech, his kids were devastated because his dog was dying, and they didn't want to put her in any harm. They didn't want to go to one of these dog cloning companies and do like ear. They didn't want to put it to sleep. They didn't think she'd wake back up. So we did a blood draw. He called me over Christmas or before Christmas last year, and told me that that they think the dog's got days to weeks to live. Could we do it for her? And we did it for him. We're not in that business. That's not our business. But he was just happy because his choice wasn't, he didn't want this other dog, or his family didn't want another dog. His biggest issue was they couldn't let go of that dog, number one. And number two, but they didn't want that dog to suffer. They didn't want to say, for our selfish means,
right,
you're already suffering. We want you to go be put to sleep and have pieces taken out, like Frankenstein pieces of you. And so the fact that we could just take a blood draw, the dog didn't even notice we took the blood draw. I was like totally awake, just sitting right there while we did it. And, he was happy with that. So I think these...
What if that dog is going to be reincarnated into a higher level of existence and you stop it and put it on this, like...
Yeah. So that's not exactly our business. So.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. It's all
we
weird.
don't really exactly know what life is.
No, we don't. We definitely don't know life. And here's one thing that his assistant told my chief of staff. He said to her, he's like, what's weird? I didn't think it was the same dog at all. And it's definitely not the same dog. But he's like, it goes and sits in the same place, which isn't like, it's not like in front of a window on its bed, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know the exact place, but it would always go sit in the exact same place the other dog sat. So there's weird stuff. We don't understand this.
That would creep me out.
It would creep me out too.
Because Marshall has very specific places where he sleeps.
And if that happens, yeah.
It would creep me out.
Yeah. So
I've had other dogs stay at my house. I had my older daughter's dog stay at my house, and that dog didn't go to that same spot. It's not like this is one spot that's warmer or cooler.
Yeah, like it's the same thing. It's like my dog Ken, if he like gets on, like he only wants to sleep on my feet. If I fall asleep on the couch, he's cool. He won't sleep on my feet. He just wants to sleep on my feet. And that's not comfortable for him because I'm like kicking him and everything, but that's just where he wants to sleep.
They want to be in contact with you. My dog watches TV with me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
They're
the
best.
Yeah, and we didn't even teach it this, but when we say security at our house, our dogs just lose it. Like Ken just loses his mind, and he just runs to the door. He runs the front door, runs the back doors, runs the side doors. Yeah.
What kind of dog?
They're just mutts. So I have Barbie and Ken. They're just 2 little weird mutts.
Dogs
but we named them before the movie.
It's just a weird thing to take that dog, and I think also for kids, like the thing is like kids, the loss is so devastating.
Yeah. But it's also good to teach them those things.
Yeah, I think loss is important.
Yeah.
I think loss is important.
I don't want to, I'm new to this whole father thing, but I think it's important that they understand that like there's real things and there's consequences to decisions and we're going to age and we've got a limited time. I think that in his lifetime it will be massively accelerated. But I think that's important. And, that is one of the things though, I think having a kid, and also all of these kids and parents that have been sending us pictures of mammoths and thylacines and dodos and hopefully now direwolves is something that's exciting because we get these handwritten notes from kids, right? So like on our shittiest day at Colossal, when someone says whatever or whatever, and we get, or an experiment doesn't work or whatever bad happens, and you look at this pile of kids' photos and teachers, like we have there's a teacher named Katie from Florida who sent us a letter and literally like 40 pictures of mammoths. And in that letter she goes, my kids won't be quiet. We're in this like attention war with everything. My kids won't be quiet. I start talking about Colossal. I show the woolly mouse stuff. They all want to just talk about it. They just zone in, right?
Because
so
it's interesting.
It's interesting. And kids, and so I think this is a time that we can use technologies for human health care for good. We can use technologies for conservation for good. And we can help ecosystem with bringing back extinct species. But I think that we can also like inspire the next generation. Like, don't we want to preach hope